So, in this next segment of the show, I want to talk about, obviously with things wrapping up with the Gears esports scene, at least for the foreseeable future, until what I believe to be Gears 6, then Gears esports will come back. But nonetheless, with all the things happening behind the scenes with Gears of War, that being, obviously Gears 6 is most likely, being worked on by the Coalition at this point in time. The Gears of War collection, who knows? That's one that's kind of, it's tough to say whether or not we're getting the Gears of War collection. But whatever's being worked on, we do know what we know. And what we know right now is that the Gears esports scene is being shut down indefinitely. Gears 5 support is being stopped by the Coalition. So it puts our game and our franchise, our beloved franchise, not only in a state of like a limbo state, but also one that has a lot of question marks. So I want to go ahead, guys, and talk about a couple of things that we can do as the community. We talk about this all the time, but I want to talk about some of the teams, the clans that did at one point create content, still create content, some new teams coming into the fray that you guys should keep an eye out on, which I think is very, very exciting. So let's talk about it. So these guys are some teams, some teams that I'm very excited about when it comes to Gears of War, whether we're talking past, present, as well as the future. So let's talk about Team Essence. Now, Team Essence, guys, these guys have been around for a long time. Now, they have not created any content in years. So they're an older team, but I really feel like one of those like OG Gears of War teams that just ended up stopping over time. And a lot of the people that were a part of it ended up moving on, whether it was to other teams, to other, doing other things in life, things of that nature. I don't know the whole backstory of what happened here, but I just want to say that this was a team that I watched a lot of back in the day. And I would love to see these guys come back in some capacity or another. I think it's very important for the Gears scene to see this team come back in some way, shape, or form, or at least like the players, the people that were a part of it, to come back into the community. Those who are no longer in the community, come back to the community and figure out ways that we can try to bring this team back or have this team brought back, even if it's to a new team in some way, shape, or form. Those would be things that I would absolutely love. So Essence is kind of the first one because I felt like they were somewhat the standard of Gears of War montages and content, years ago. And obviously they stopped a while back. And I think I think this is the time that we are going to need teams like this to come back, or at least the personalities that were a part of it. The next one, guys, is Vulgar. So Vulgar, this is another team that was around for a long time. They're another one that hasn't created content in a couple of years. It's been a long time for them as well. Obviously they were specific to the Gears of War community as well. They weren't really, they were all about Gears. And once again, I'm not sure exactly what happened here with this team, like why they stopped creating content. If it was just, they wanted to stop to create content around other games, or if they wanted to just disband the team, no longer have the team really be anything at that point in time. And I know what that's like because I've been a part of teams that have, been like that. I've even, I started a team, years ago that ended up, it got into the wrong hands and it ended up ending and such. And so it was just like one of those situations that was really tough. And so I don't know if it was a similar situation here, but this is another team, especially with the personalities a part of it, that were a part of it. I'd love to see them come back in some way, shape, or form in the future. So those are a couple of teams, guys, from the past, right? Let's talk about the present. So Emerge. I look at this team and I say, this is a pretty special team. I really like this team. I like the way that they're marketing themselves. I think that their following and all of that is very much so underrated. I would love to see this team start to continue growing. And I would love to see this, because I really like the personalities that are part of this team. And I love the content that this team is creating as well. Emerge is creating some really cool montages there within the Gears of War space, and I want to challenge them to continue doing this thing, to continue pushing forward, don't give up, to keep on going, because I think that they've got something special. I'd love to get involved with them in some way, shape, or form. Them as well as these other couple of teams I'm about to bring up, guys. I'd love to get involved with these guys in some way, shape, or form because I think they're doing something special in the Gears of War space. And anything that's special in the Gears of War space, I want to be a part of in some way, shape, or form. The next team is Heavens. At least I believe that's how you pronounce their name. These guys are another team of, they are, like they said on their Twitter profile, dedicated to delivering high quality content with respect to traditional montaging. And I love this because, you kind of are showing the kudos, showing a respect to the past. Here's the thing though with that. Even though I love this team, by the way, guys, and I'm excited about them in a major way. I think it's important, though, that you respect traditional montaging, but I think that it's important that we continue to transcend the space. We got to go to that next level, right? And I think the way that we do that is with different forms of content, whether you're talking montages, which I think need to be a part of it, introducing the players, things of that nature, but it also has got to be, where you get the personalities involved, right? Getting more personality-based content, whether you're talking podcasts, whether you're talking shows, whether you're talking, obviously just stream highlights, things of that nature to get more personality based. I think that the Gears community needs this in a massive way. We have a lot of personalities in the Gears esports scene, and a lot of those esports players didn't really create a lot of content, and I think it hurt the scene in a major way. You look at, on the flip side, like Call of Duty personalities, a lot of them are creating content and such. They see the power of content and what that does. And I think that's going to be very important moving forward. And I think it's really important, not only just for Heavens and Emerge to be doing this, with their players and such that they're bringing into their teams, but it's important, not, like I said, not just for the personalities, but also for the teams. Because I think, in turn, you're bringing in these players that are doing, putting the content together and such. It's helping themselves, but it's also helping the team at the same exact time. The last one is Apply Pressure. I love these guys. I think that these guys got a great future as well. I love their marketing, love their branding. Apply Pressure is another team that they're promoting themselves as a entertainment and lifestyle organization, which is awesome, but one within like kind of that the Gears of War space. And like I said, once again, this is another team I would love to see continue to grow. I want to do what I can to help see them grow. I think that we have to do that as a community, guys, instead of like being all about, and I'm all about competition, but I think like if we're in this thing together, we need to help each other grow and such, and help each other like blow this thing up, that being Gears of War as a whole. And so I definitely, like I said, I want to see the future of Apply Pressure, of Heavens, of Emerge grow in major ways, and I can't wait to have those conversations with these guys as to how we can maybe do that as a community and such. Last but not least, guys, is, yes, my team, Major Militia. Major Militia, guys, I started this team a long time ago. So back in 2014, myself as well as SB Sway. So SB Sway started the team. I came on as a co-leader very shortly after the team was started. And the rest is history. We've gone through a lot of tough times. There's been ups and downs and such. And I know there's going to be changes as time goes, right? There's going to be a lot of changes to Major Militia as time goes. This is a team that is currently, dedicated to Call of Duty, to Gears of War, so on and so forth. But, we're going to have more of an emphasis moving forward on Gears of War. And I can't wait. I can't wait to share with you guys more of the plans that we have for Major Militia. A lot of stuff that is slowly but surely coming to fruition that I'm really excited about. I'm excited about this team, guys. Major is got some big plans, right? And I'm excited to continue growing Major Militia, bringing more and more people, like-minded people into this team. To see what we can really do for Gears of War, for gaming, esports, all of those things, for content creation. I can't wait to see what we can do. But it really starts with Gears of War. Gears of War is where it starts. Because Gears of War is at such a low right now, we have to make this thing a sustainable game ecosystem moving forward, to push us to Gears 6, to Gears of War collection, all of those things. Also to see, you know, kind of obviously wanting to do other things, whether it's, you know, Call of Duty content, whether those other things, but Gears of War is where I see the biggest need right now. And so it's really important that we focus on that and we help these other teams out that are in the Gears of War space and such as well. So with that, guys, those are some of the most exciting Gears of War teams, in my opinion, right now, that you guys can all check out, kind of the stories that are going on around behind the scenes with those teams. And I can't wait to get to know some of these guys and girls that are a part of these teams as well in the future. Guys, I'm just gonna say it publicly here. You know, reach out to me if you're a part of Apply Pressure, Heavens, Emerge, any of these teams. I would absolutely love to get to know some of you guys and girls on those teams more, get you guys on the show. I would love to talk to you guys about ways that we can continue building the Gears of War scene as a whole, especially as we're in this kind of lull in our, you know, beloved franchise. But with that being said, guys, what are some of the most exciting teams that you guys see coming into the fray? Some of the rising stars that you guys see in the Gears of War scene? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And for more content like this, guys, stay here with Zero TV.